The Black Phone 2 is the sequel to The Black Phone, a movie I just reviewed for this year's 31 Days of Spooks. And if you know me, I absolutely love the first Black Phone. And yes, this was one of my most anticipated films of the year. Scott Derrickson once again returns to direct and co write with C. Robert Cargill. Mason Thames and Ethan Hawke both reprise their roles. And in The Black Phone 2, as Finn, now 17, struggles with life after his captivity, his sister begins receiving calls in her dreams from the Black Phone and seeing disturbing visions of three boys being stalked at a winter camp known as Alpine Lake. Now you may be wondering, what did I think of Black Phone 2? I know this movie isn't getting as strong of praise as the first one did, but I gotta say, Black Phone 2 was great. I loved it. This movie was awesome. What I can say is that the Black Phone 2, while maintaining the suspenseful thrills of the first movie, it also goes for a more visceral approach, a more visceral and surreal approach. Think, like, say if you combined A Nightmare on Elm Street, the first Black Phone, and Sinister into one movie. You get the Black Phone 2. And it combines all of these things to great effect. Mason Thames once again does a great job as Finn. He's great. You can tell he's a very broken person, and you can see it in his performance. He does a great job at portraying a more broken character compared to his character in the first movie. And Ethan Hawke, goddamn, he is great. If you thought he was menacing in the first movie, just wait until you see this movie. He is way more fucked up. And plus, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the first movie, he dies at the end of the first one. So now he's a dream demon of sorts. Think of him like kind of like Freddy Krueger. He invades people's dreams and shit. He is great in this movie. He is way more menacing, and he's way more fucked up, and Ethan Hawke portrays it to perfection. And you know how I said when this movie goes for a more visceral and surreal feel? This movie is way more violent. It's got some gore, and the gore is awesome. And the violence is great. It serves the story perfectly to its desired effect. And yeah, there's some pretty good deaths in this movie. Although I will warn, a lot of the deaths are children. So if you don't like seeing kids die in movies, I would avoid this. Because, yeah, it gets pretty brutal. But yeah, the gore effects are terrific. And another thing I love about this movie is the style. Like, this is where, like, the Sinister comparison kind of comes into play. The dream sequences are done in like these 8mm and 16mm styles, and it looks fantastic. The style is on point. It adds to the movie's atmosphere. It adds to the fear factor of it. Scott Derrickson did a great job. And that's another thing I love about this movie is Scott Derrickson's direction. Scott Derrickson's direction is fantastic. He's always good when he's directing horror. No complaints here from his direction. He knocks it out of the park as usual. He brings the atmosphere, he brings the fear, he brings the mood, and of course, the entertainment value, of course. And also, much like the first Black Phone, Scott Derrickson and C. Robert Cargill wrote a terrific screenplay too, full of great dialogue, full of witty dialogue. And while the humor is really dialed back quite a bit compared to the first one, there's still a little bit here and there to lighten the mood a little bit for this otherwise very bleak, dark movie. But yeah, it's all done so well. The screenplay is terrific for this movie. And another thing I gotta add to the pros here, the score by Atticus Derrickson. You know, Scott Derrickson's son. The score here is perfection. It really brings the atmosphere to life even more than what a lot of the scenes already do themselves. And of course, it's got like that nice like early '80s style musical score because this movie takes place in 1982, and yeah, it really makes the movie feel way more like an early '80s like supernatural slasher-ish kind of movie. And this movie also nails the time period too. When you watch the movie, it really feels like you're in the early '80s. The attention to detail is crazy, just like in the first movie with the late '70s. And another thing, the winter setting of this movie. You feel cold while watching this movie. Like this would be not only would this be a great movie to watch for the Halloween season. Obviously, it's in theaters during the Halloween season, but this is a really good type of movie to like watch on a really cold winter day too. It just fits that vibe so well. And that's thanks to some awesome directing as well. The winter setting is really put to great use here. The only issue that I have with Black Phone 2, that just puts it just under the first movie for me, is that this movie is just a smidge too long. Like, maybe like cut like 5 minutes out of this movie and this movie would have been paced perfectly. Yeah, just maybe like 5, 6 minutes could have been cut from this movie just to tighten the pace just a little bit. Other than that, Black Phone 2 was excellent. This movie did not disappoint me whatsoever. I thought it was great. It has the atmosphere, it has the gory violence, terrific performances, great writing, great directing, great scares, awesome soundtrack, great musical score. Aside from just a very minor pace issue, this movie got everything right for me. I highly recommend you go and see Black Phone 2 in theaters. It is a great time. I am going to give Black Phone 2 an A.